Well, no game for the All Blacks this week, of course, but the big talking point of this World Cup came this week with the possible loss of Antoine Dupont for the French. And Mills, this is huge.
It's massive. It's a huge blow if he is out. How significant that injury is. I think we all know the role he plays within this French outfit and how heavily involved he is. He's the centre of their game plan in terms of the big moments. So if they are going to lose him, and also the nature of the injury, Goldie, the fact that it only takes another knock for it to sort of, I suppose, affect his game.
Well, it'll be a hard one to come back from. The fact you're going to be a little bit unsettled, the fact it's going to be difficult to go into contact. Look, teams in the past have had to face this. We know what the All Blacks went through in 2011 at home, but France are going to have to regroup now, Nisbo. They're going to have a plan going forward. Do they adjust the way that they play? The big question mark for me now is, if you're going into the quarterfinals, would you rather play a fully fit All Black team if they manage to get there with a number of players coming back, or France without Dupont? That's a massive question if you're Ireland and South Africa.
Absolutely. I mean, can they recover, Mills? I mean, is it possible he could actually play with a broken jaw? I mean, that sounds silly, doesn't it?
Pretty tough too. And given his position, he's heavily involved in terms of the sniping. I mean, the way his injury was brought about, the running, the delay, and sort of, the passing ability. But it has an effect. A lot of players do actually play injured, with their soft tissue injuries. This is something totally different, because if it is a fracture, he has the ability to be able to, make it even worse. I suppose, in terms of, if you look at the French team, Goldie, you mentioned the fact that can they adapt to that? There isn't any out-and-out guys that you think, man, that can really step up. Their spine's been heavily affected with, obviously Intermac being out. Dante's just come back into the fold again. So that area from 8 to right out to sort of the centres is looking a little bit vulnerable. When you're talking about Dupont, who has significance within the team, is massive. And so can they adapt? Well, we'll soon see, but a lot of those guys will need to sort of step up, and this is where it sort of almost galvanises the team. The fact that they lost their big leader, will they be able to stick together and say, well, hey, we can play this game for him, but also generate a game plan that's going to help us win this Rugby World Cup?
For me, it's so much about confidence for this group. The fact they've come in playing such good rugby, but so much of it has been based around the way that he plays the game. He is so much of a threat. His kicking game is so very, very good. So how they respond to that as a group, particularly around the confidence aspect, the fact going into games, and there may be a lift if they've got the idea that he might come back. If he's back 2-3 weeks down the track, that might be enough for them, Nisbo, for me, to actually stay on top of their game. Understand that ultimately if they can get through a quarter-final without him, and he could return, that might be the boost that they need as they go towards semis, finals. But I think they're going to need the crowd more than ever. They're going to need the home influence at playing here in France. They're going to need all of that if he's not available, because I tell you what, they're not the same side without him.